Destiny killers. Do not trust this type of person. In this life, you have to understand is that there's not everybody who could be in your circle, right? There's a specific type of person that the enemy can send to destroy your destiny. Now, there's a specific type of person that the enemy can send to destroy and block the blessing that God got in store for you. You have to understand as a follower of Christ, right? You got a destiny. You got a promised land. God got blessings that He wants you to have. God got great blessings in store for you. Before you were even born, God had blessings ordained strictly for you. God had ordained where you were going to live, the type of ministry you're going to have, the type of spouse you're going to have, your friends. All of that was ordained by God. But here's the thing. The enemy, like the Bible says, he comes to kill, steal, and destroy. You have to understand how Satan works. If when Satan looks at you and he knows that you got a deep purpose, he knows you're a follower of God, he knows you got a deep calling, a deep purpose in your life, right? He knows that you're chosen, you're called by God. You really think the enemy's not going to send people there, send stuff there to destroy you, to stop you from getting to your promised land, to stop you from getting to your destiny? You have to understand is that the devil, he's very cunning. When he knows that you got a great destiny, when he knows you got a great future ahead of you, when he knows that God got great blessing in store for you, he's going to try and kill your destiny. And the enemy's going to send these people into your life to where they're going to kill your destiny and they're going to slow you down. They're called destiny killers. Some people say destiny killers, some people say destiny swappers, but same thing, right? So, how do they kill your destiny? You might be wondering, how are these people destiny killers? How can a person kill your destiny? I'll give you some examples, right? Let's say you're a woman, right? You're believing God for a husband. You're born again, you're saved. You give your life to Jesus Christ. You left the world behind. Or you reliving this walk for God. One way the enemy could try and get you to try to get a destiny killer in your circle, right? Is by sending a man your way. And this is one of the main tools that Satan uses against women, right? And I see so many women fall for it. Even women in the church. They'll have some man come their way. The man will come trying to act like he nice and he Mr. Nice and he can't even hurt a fly, right? But then, next thing you know, the man ends up changing. One of the perfect examples of a destiny killer is a man who acts like he loves you, but yet he won't commit to you. Now, for all you women who know, you probably know someone like this, or you probably been through this yourself, right? A man come and talk about he loves you, talk about you're everything to him, talk about he'll never leave you, right? But yet, you've been together for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, some of you guys 5 years, some of y'all 10 years. Yet no commitment. The man is buying you all these roses every Valentine's Day, but he can't even put a ring on your finger. And every day you just sit down saying, okay, let me give him more time. Let me give him more time. Okay, he must be getting ready to do it. Come on, it's been so long. Eventually he will do it. Next thing you know, 5 years goes by. 10 years goes by. And yet nothing ever happens. And guess what? That man could just one day get up and leave. Because remember, the man was never really fully committed to you. He could always get up and leave. There's women who I've seen to where this happened to them. They get with these men. They have all these kids by them. Them and the man lives together, right? And yet the man could just get up one day and leave. The man just keeps having all these kids with them. But yet, they refuse to commit to them. That's called a destiny killer. Because guess what? Your real God-ordained spouse who God had in store for you, you guys would have been committed. There would have been no sin involved. And this is how the enemy is very cunning, right? He will allow sin to creep in with these destiny killers. Because you was probably in fire for God. But then the enemy sends this man your way. Next thing you know, you all of a sudden you in lust. Now you in fornication. And now you try to give this man a chance. And the enemy is very cunning. The enemy will have these men come to you, right? These women too, but I'm just giving an example. He will have these men come to you and they'll act like, okay, I'll get born again, I'll get saved. They'll act like they're doing it for you, but their heart not really in it for God. So many women go through this. I believe there was a pastor who did a message on this, right? The commitment of the uncommitted. They committed to not committing to you. And there's different types of destiny killers, but I mainly say it's a relationship. A man or a woman will sit down for years without putting a ring in your finger. A man especially, because men are read the head, but you know what I'm saying? They'll sit down for years. No commitment. No engagement. You guys just sitting down together. Probably in fornication unless. No commitment. And guess what? The both of you on your way to hell. And you see how easy your walk with God can get messed up. No different than, for example, you a man, right? You a man, you on the right track. You probably going somewhere in life. You got a deep purpose. God got great blessings in store for you. The enemy sends some woman your way. This woman, she acts like she likes you. She giving you these choosing signals. She giving you these signals of interest. But next day, she cold. You see what I'm saying? One minute she cool, next day she cold. One minute she's alright, next day she's giving mixed signals. One minute she like you, next minute she dumping you to the side. And I see so many few men go through this. Some of these women, they be act like they like you, alright? They be having y'all going in circles just for them. That woman's a destiny killer, cause your real God ordained wife not gonna do all that to you. She gonna keep it smooth, and she gonna make sure that she gonna let you know what the deal is. If there's an issue, she gonna let me know. If she like you, she gonna let me know. She not gonna have you running around in these circles like these worldly destiny killers will do. You have to understand, so many people's lives, so many people's destinies have been destroyed by these destiny killers. Cause you spend all your time hanging around with these people, right? But then years go by past your life. God probably had a great friend in store for you, a great spouse from when you were like 21 years old. But because you sat down with this destiny killer since you were 19 and 20, now all of a sudden you 31, you 32, now all of a sudden they probably leave, right? Or they probably still sitting there in your house, they probably sitting there in your circle, and yet you've not even gotten to your promised land yet. You've not even gotten what God has in store for you yet, because you still sitting down with that destiny killer. That woman will have you running around in circles as a man for like 10 years. When guess what? You could have been got your God ordained wife and been got married during that time. You just wasted 10 years of your life. 10 years, you just basically slowed down your purpose in God. No different than some of you women. Some of you women be standing down with these men for like 5-10 years, no commitment. You just wasted 5-10 years of your life. And guess what? There's no real commitment. The man can get up and leave at any time. Now you're heartbroken. Now you probably got all these different kids by him. Now you're probably left having to raise the kids by yourself. Destiny killers. So these destiny killers, they can slow your purpose down in so many ways. And you got different types of destiny killers. But I'll just speak in relationship. I'll give you another example. You probably got that great idea to start that business. God probably put it in your heart to write that book, to start that journaling business, to start being a blogger. God probably put it in your heart to create a clothing design, right? You're probably the next generation curse breaker for your family. You're probably the next 6, 7, or 8 figure entrepreneur that's going to take the market by storm. Guess what? Now all of a sudden you got these friends who come in your circle and say, man, please, you could work in that later. Hey, let's go to a club later. Hey, you know what? It's a cool. I know y'all understand your vision, right? But hey, let's go hang out later. You could put that to the side for now. Then you got some friends too. They'll be like, please, who you think you are? That ain't never gonna happen. Who you think you are? You think you next LeBron James? You think you next NFL? You think you next NFL athlete? Please, man, put that to the side. That ain't gonna come to pass. You see, they kill your destiny. That's how some people, they get discouraged. Some people get laughed at, and some people be like, man, why did I even think of that idea? And guess what? Now you end up letting your destiny die off. Now you have to probably work at some dead-end job that you probably don't even like. Now you have to sit up for somebody's organization when you could have been the CEO yourself. Instead of you working for somebody else, you could have been the next boss. Instead of working for somebody else, you could have been the next entrepreneur. You could have been the next guy to take the next man or woman to take the market by storm. But guess what? You sat down, listened to your friends. Those destiny killer friends you got try to discourage you. And now all of a sudden your destiny dies off. And guess what? The sad thing is now you got somebody else who probably take up that vision. You got somebody else who try to take up that dream. And guess what? They end up living in your purpose. You have to understand with these destiny killers, man, these are people to where you gotta avoid. When you see a person who's a destiny killer, you gotta get them out of your circle. The best way we gotta do this is think about future tense. Number one, ask God for discernment to see who He got for you and who's not. Because not everybody who you're dating is who God got for you. Not everybody who your friends is who God got for you. Even you hang out with certain family members doesn't mean that's who God wants you to hang out with. You have to understand that. This is not about race, nationality, or what. Because destiny killers come in all races and all nationalities. And that's how a person could easily get deceived by the enemy. Because a person, all they have to do is come to you looking like they're the same skin color, the same nationality, and all of that. Talk about, hey, what's up, brother? Hey, what's up, sister? And guess what? It throws you off guard. You think this person got good intentions. All a man gotta do is come to you and say, hey, what's going on, babes? What's going on, wifey? What's going on, love? All a woman has to do is come to some of you men and start smiling in your face, start flipping their hair, start giving you choosing signals, start staring at you hard. Then next thing you know, you don't even know what their hidden intentions are. That's why you have to always pray to God for discernment, because you don't oftentimes know what people's hidden intentions are. Not everybody got good intentions for you. Not everybody got good plans in store for you. Some people are deceiving, some people are cunning. But these destiny killers are real, y'all. Many people have wasted years of their life. That dream that you're trying to do at 40 and 50, that marriage you're trying to beg God for, He probably released it to you when you were 21. He probably released that dream job to you when you were 24. He probably released that dream marriage to you when you were 24, when you were 22. God probably released that business idea to you when you were 19. But guess what? You sat down, you let those destiny killers come in your circle and waste years of your life. Now you're 40 and 50 years old, God's spirit life. Try to get that destiny back. Try to get try and get back what God got in store for you. Guess what? All that time, now what you try and get back, you probably would have gotten when you were 19, 21, or 22, or 24. Now, guess what? You just wasted years of your life. You have to understand, people, that time is short. Time is precious, right? You do not have time to waste. You do not have time to sit around and waste time. Because this life is like, your life is like a vapor. It comes and goes. When you want to really sit down wasting years of your life with somebody, or have destiny killers in your circle, wasting time, and next thing you know, you 40 and 50 trying to get back the dream that God gave you. Now all of a sudden, what you could have gotten when you were 20s or late teens, now you're fighting to get back. And sometimes it's not going to always be easy, but through power of Jesus Christ, everything is possible. Because with God, everything is possible, right? But you could have been achieved what God got in store for you years ago, decades ago. And these destiny killers, y'all, they'll slow your life down. You cannot have these people around. They'll kill years of your life. I've seen this happen to many people. People getting marriages with these people, wasting time. God had their ordained spouse somewhere else, and they in marriages with these people. And God already warned them not to get into it. God already showed some people signs. Do not be friends with these people. Do not marry these people. And some people, they still go ahead with it. And guess what? And they end up having years wasted of their life. They end up wasting time. Now, some of them are in their 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s trying to get back their destiny. Do not be that type of person. Take your destiny serious from now. Listen, when somebody comes to your circle, somebody try to come to you, act like they nice and all that, they try to come to you looking for a relationship, they try to come talking sweet, especially for you women, because some of you women be getting played by men. These men be trying to come to you, trying to talk game, right? Next you know, some of them be letting you to fornicate with no commitment for 10 years. Next thing you know, them leaving you like 4 or 5 kids. Now you stuck by yourself. Always ask God for discernment. Ask for the Spirit of God, the Holy Spirit, to guide you. Because the Holy Spirit will always reveal people's true intentions. So, and if God warns you not to get with a person, I don't care how nice they seem, how sweet they talk, how charming and how cunning they might seem, right? I don't care how much charisma they got. Cut them off. Because this person, if you give them the chance, they'll waste years of your life. They'll slow you down. I've seen women to where when I was in high school, girls get pregnant. There's so many women, right, to where they could have done great things. They could have went on, right? They could have went on and got that college degree, went on and started that business, went on and become like a top entrepreneur, right? But yet they end up getting with these guys in high school. Now some of them end up getting pregnant at 16, 17, 15, 18. Now instead of them going to college, they got to sit at home and take care of the baby. And now when the baby's all of a sudden growing, they got to run back to school now in their 30s. Guess what? You could have been got that degree years ago. You could have been got that success years ago. But because some little guy in high school comes to you trying to talk like he's sweet, trying to talk like he Mr. Know-It-All, trying to talk like he Mr. Charming, now all of a sudden he caught you, he had the baby, and a lot of time they drop you to the side. Just slowing you down. Destiny killers. When God probably had a great spouse in store for you in a few years if you had just waited. But guess what? That man came and he killed your destiny. Do not allow nobody to kill your destiny. Do not allow nobody to slow you down. Because these people, they will do it. I always ask the Most High God for discernment. And another thing you do, especially when it comes to areas like relationship, always talk in the future tense. Don't just sit there and nobody waste your time. Somebody try to come talk about, oh, I love you, you everything to me. Especially if you women, cause I see a lot more women getting played by men. Always ask them this question, whether they're a man or a woman. I always say, okay, you like me? You want to be in a relationship? Well, what's the deal? What, 6 months of commitment? 1 year? Like, what's the deal? If they can't answer that question, if they can't give you a proper response, if they just say, oh, just wait, we'll just take things slow, cut them off. That's the person who's willing to come and sit down and kill your destiny. Next you know, you and that man will be in a relationship for 4 years, no commitment, just slowing you down. 4 years of your life just wasted. And a lot of time they try to draw you into sin, draw you into fornication, try to get you out of the presence of God, try to get you living in sin. Do not allow these people to kill your destiny, people, because a lot of people's destinies have been killed off by these people. Destiny killers, they come in all forms. They'll come looking for a relationship, a friendship. They'll try to come, act like they cool with you just to waste your time. You do not want nobody to do that. You can even have family members who come like this. Some family members, they'll come to act like they nice, try to act like they cool. You know, a real family member, they gonna want you to be successful. And they see you sitting down or they not doing nothing, they be like, hey, get up and go do something. But if all your family members doing is saying, hey, put that business idea to the side, put that job to the side, let's go hang out later, let's go to the club. And they telling you this every day. They telling you to do is hang out. Now you have no time to do your business, no time to go look a job. Next you know, 5 years go by, 10 years go by, 15 years go by. That dream job, that dream business God had in store for you, look, you just wasted time trying to get it. You just wasted time trying to retrieve your destiny. Do not allow these destiny killers to kill your life. Do not allow them to slow you down, because they will. Listen, y'all, time is precious and time is short. We're in the last days. And when Christ comes back, he's looking for people who's not only living a righteous or holy lifestyle, but for people who walk in their God-given destiny. For people who walk in their God-given purpose. You think you could stand for God in judgment and tell God, oh God, I didn't walk in my God-given destiny. I didn't walk in my God-given purpose. I didn't fully use my gifts that you gave me because, I was spending time with that person. God gonna be like, okay, but did you come to me and ask me if that person was for you? Did you use your discernment? When you in front of the Most High God, ain't no excuse. Ain't no excuse when you in front of the Most High God. Because God see through everything. God gonna say, okay, how come you didn't come to me? And I already told you if that person was good or bad for you. If you know that person was bad for you, then why don't you just let them go from the beginning? See, do not allow nobody to let you stand in front of God. And next, Jesus telling you, depart from me, I never knew you. Do not allow nobody to pull your destiny. Take your destiny serious. But nevertheless, guys, if you like the video, give it a like, subscribe, share it, and have a blessed day.